Jungkook. He stood at the far end of the hallway like a figure carved from stone. His tall frame cloaked in a black suit that matched the intensity of his aura. His presence alone dominated the space. Broad shoulders, strong jawline, dark eyes that locked onto you with a weight that made your pulse stutter. You had heard the whispers, the stories of his ruthless reputation. People called him merciless, unshakable, a man whose very name carried both respect and fear. And now, as his gaze fell on you, you understood why. Goosebumps prickled along your skin as Jungkook's sharp gaze shifted from stares to you. For a moment, it felt like he could see right through your carefully placed mask. Stripping away every defiance, you forced yourself to look away, but the weight of his stare lingered, pressing into your very bones. Excuse him, Jungkook said finally, his voice low, smooth, yet edged with steel. His words carried the kind of authority that silenced everything else in the hallway. He is not used to not getting what he wants. The blunt honestly caught you off guard. Most fathers would have defended their sons, tried to smooth over the rudeness, but not Jungkook. His words were as sharp as the man himself, and they left no space for false prettiness. Your lips parted before you could think, your voice quieter than intended but steady enough. It's alright, Mr. Jeon. If you know loves someone else, then why not let him marry her? The hallway seemed to hold its breath, but Jungkook only tilted his head, his expression hard. I'm sure you, of all people, know how our world works, Miss Song. He said deliberately, using your last name as though to remind you that this was not personal, only business. His eyes bored into yours unwearing. We don't marry for love. Love is nothing more than an abstract concept, fragile, unreliable. Marriage in our world is a tactic, a strategy, a means to expand power and secure futures. You blinked rapidly, your heart pounding so loudly you feared it would betray you. His words hit with brutal clarity, but they ignited something inside you, a flame of resistance you hadn't expected to feel. You shook your head, your voice trembling as you spoke. That's not true. Love matters. Without it, marriage is just empty, a cage. Jungkook's lips curved faintly, though not in amusement. It was the kind of smile that chilled rather than warmed. Knave, he murmured. You speak like a girl who still believes in fairy tales. But tell me, how long do you think those ideals will survive when the world you step into devours them? You flinched at the coldness in his tone. Your stomach twisted, but you forced your face to remain calm. You had expected rejection, but hearing it aloud, you so casually, so carelessly, still cut deeper than you thought it would. The tension between you and him thickened, like a storm cloud gathering in the confined hallway. You stood frozen, caught between them, your pulse racing. I should leave, you said suddenly, your voice strained but polite. You managed a faint, forced smile through, though your hands trembled slightly at your side. It was nice meeting you, Mr. John. But the truth was, it wasn't nice at all. Your heart had been thundering since the moment you stepped into this hallway, and the suffocating weight of his presence left your lungs aching. If you stayed any longer, you feared your knees might buckle under the pressure. Jungkook raised a brow, his eyes still fixed on you like a hawk refusing to let its prey escape. My intention was not for you to meet me, he said, his voice calm but laced with warning. It was for you to meet my son. I could have closed a deal in this time. Guilt clawed at your chest, your eyes dropped to your shoes, shame biting at you like sharp teeth. Maybe it really was your fault. Maybe if you had dressed up more elegantly, worn brighter makeup, carried yourself with more confidence, you could have left a different impression. Instead, you stayed here. Instead, you stood here, small and invisible, wondering if every second of this meeting had been a failure. But then, a bitter A bitter thought pierced through the guilt. Why is it always me who has to try? Why not him? Yunwoo hadn't put in even the slightest effort, and yet no one questioned it. Why were you the only one expected to bend until you broke? The realization made your chest ache, but it also gave you the strength to straighten your back. You looked up, not at Jungkook but at the hallway ahead of you. I should go now, you said, this time with more firmness, not a request but a declaration. And without waiting for his response, you turned on your heel, your footsteps echoing sharply against the marble floor as you walked away from the suffocating weight of their gazes. Behind you, silence lingered. Only the sound of your own racing heartbeat followed you down the long hallway, pounding in your ears like war drums, as if to remind you that this encounter was only the beginning.